A reading from Deuteronomy. See, just as the Lord my God has charged me, I now teach you statutes and ordinances for you to observe in the land that you are about to enter and occupy. You must observe them diligently, for this will show your wisdom and discernment to the peoples, who, when they hear all these statutes, will say, Surely this great nation is a wise and discerning people. For what other great nation has a God so near to it as the Lord our God is, whenever we call to him? And what other great nation has statutes and ordinances as just as this entire law that I am setting before you today? But take care and watch yourselves closely, so as neither to forget the things that your eyes have seen, nor to let them slip from your mind all the days of your life. Make them known to your children and to your children's children.
What kind of society do we want for future generations? The book of Deuteronomy is one of the law books in the Old Testament. While the stories rooted in the invasion of Canaan may jar in our contemporary world, there are important principles within it that have much to say to us, whatever our faith background and in whatever era of history we live. In the Old Testament, we hear of a promised land, a place where the tribes of Israel would escape a life of slavery and establish themselves as a nation in a land flowing with milk and honey. This phrase is obviously poetic, but it conveys a message of future prosperity and well-being. It's possible to draw parallels between this story and recent events in our own nations. Like the people addressed in the book of Deuteronomy, we are at a watershed in our national life, transitioning from one reality to another, while faced with the challenge of expressing our nationhood in a new emerging context. As we approach this situation of transition, it's worth asking, what kind of society do we want to build for future generations?